Hello dear students, let us start our next point today, that is land utilization, use of land. We are using land for various purposes. So let us see that purposes here. Number one, forest. Most of the area of our country is covered by forest. That may be natural or plantation. Second is land not available for cultivation, the land which is not suitable or maybe not available for agriculture. So what are the categories of that unavailable land? First is barren and wasteland, बंजर जमीन, जो जमीन एग्रीकल्चर के लायक नहीं है, that is barren and wasteland. This is not available for cultivation. First is forest and second land not available for cultivation. In this barren and wasteland, बंजर जमीन. Second, land put to non-agricultural uses other than agriculture. So what are other than agricultural uses? That is buildings, roads, factories, dams, airports, railway tracks. We can mention these examples here. So land is also utilized for these purposes. Now third category, other uncultivated. It was also uncultivated. It is also uncultivated. Other uncultivated land. Let us see here, permanent pastures and grazing land, जहाँ पे चारा animals के लिए fodder which is produced for animals, pasture land for animals. Land under miscellaneous tree crops grows, not included in net sown area. जो अलग अलग प्रकार के क्रॉप आप जब भी रोड के दोनों तरफ देखोगे, you will see there are various crops which are not produced by farmers. It is not included in net sown area. Net sown area, agricultural area. So the various crops which are produced in India without any purpose, that are miscellaneous, अलग अलग प्रकार के. Culturable wasteland left uncultivated for more than 5 agricultural years. Try to understand this third category. Culturable wasteland. You have seen wasteland to the both the sides of road. Whenever you will travel through road, you will see there is wasteland. जिस जमीन पे agriculture की जा सकती है, but that land is right now that land is not under agriculture. So the land which is available to the both the sides of road, that is culturable wasteland. We can have agriculture, but right now that is waste, and that land is without agriculture for 5 years. रोड के दोनों तरफ जो जमीन होती है वो 10-10, 20-20 साल तक खाली पड़ी होती है. So that is culturable wasteland. We can have agriculture, we can do agriculture, we can produce crops, but right now that is waste. Next is fallow land. Fallow land is also called the land which left without cultivation. In this category of fallow land, current fallow left without cultivation for 1 or less than 1 agriculture year. The land which is not under agriculture for 1 or less than 1 year, 1 साल से कम पीरियड अगर किसी जमीन पर एग्रीकल्चर नहीं की गई, दैट इज फैलो, करंट फैलो लैंड. फैलो लैंड अनकल्टिवेटेड, करंट फैलो. नेक्स्ट इज अदर देन करंट फैलो, दैट इज अनकल्टिवेटेड फॉर द पास्ट 1 to 5 एग्रीकल्चरल ईयर्स. पिछले 5 साल के बीच 1 से 5 साल तक उस पर एग्रीकल्चर नहीं हुई है, दैट इज अदर देन करंट फैलो. तो जिस पर एग्रीकल्चर नहीं हुई है, दिस काइंड ऑफ 3 लैंड्स आर अवेलेबल. फर्स्ट कल्चरेबल वेस्टलैंड, मोर देन 5 इयर्स, 5 साल से ज्यादा साल का पीरियड था जब वहां पे एग्रीकल्चर नहीं हुई. देन फैलो लैंड. इन दिस फैलो लैंड, करंट फैलो लैंड अनकल्टिवेटेड फॉर लेस देन 1 ईयर, एंड अदर देन करंट फैलो लैंड इट इज ऑल्सो अनकल्टिवेटेड फॉर 1 to 5 ईयर. तो 1 साल, 1 से 5 साल और 5 साल से ज्यादा एग्रीकल्चर न होने वाली जमीन. And last category where the land is in great use in India or even in other countries, net sown area, agricultural area, the area under different crops. Area sown more than 1 in an agricultural year plus net sown area is known as gross cropped area. Gross cropped area, the area which is used twice or thrice in a year. Twice or thrice. Suppose any farmer is having 1 acre area and he produced Rabi as well as Kharif. So he used that 1 acre area 2 times. So he used that 1 acre area as 2 acre. उसने 1 acre area का 2 बार यूज कर लिया. That is gross cropped area. After completing land utilization, now let us turn towards land use pattern in India. That how much or the land which we are using for different purposes. But before that, let us see that land use depends upon some factors. The use of land is determined both by physical factors such as topography, how and what type of land is there. Is it plain? Is it plateau? Is it mountain? So the use of land depends upon topography. If land is mountainous land or mountainous area, then there are lot of restrictions on the use of that land. That's why topography is important factor. Second is climate. If that land comes under suitable climate, then the use of land will be maximized. Then soil types, what type of soil is there, as well as some human factors are also responsible for the use of land. Population. If any area is overpopulated, then people will use that land intensively. Population density. Next is technological capability. Technology helps us to use that land properly. Culture, what type of culture is there, that kind of use of that land will be there. Then tradition. So some are physical factors and some are human factors. So land use depends upon, if any question comes, then you need to mention these two factors, physical as well as human. In physical, these three, and in human, these 3 or 4. So land use depends upon physical and human factor. Let us see towards next paragraph here. Let us see here how many percent land of India is suitable for use and how many percent area we are using. We are having total geographical area in India, or India's total geographical area is 3.28 million square kilometer. If we extend it, 32,86,263. 32,86,263 square kilometer land we are having in India. But out of that we are using only 93%, or we are having data of 93% only. Why only 93%? Why we are not having data of 7%? Because let us see here, the land use reporting for most of the northeast states, 7 sister states except Assam को छोड़कर बाकी राज्यों का डेटा अपने पास नहीं है. What are that other states? Manipur, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, Mizoram. We do not have exact data of these other states, but we are having data of Assam. So we do not have data of these states, as well as some part of Jammu Kashmir is occupied by Pakistan and China. So that's why we do not have data of 7% land, but we are having data of 93%. So we are having exact data available reporting of 93%. Let us see in this figure the land use pattern, that is general land use categories in 1960-61 and general land use category in 2002-2003. So let us see in this first figure, first of all, most of the land is used for agriculture, that is net sown area. Here it is shown net sown area, so 45%. But in 2002, net sown area means agricultural land, but in 2002 and 3, this 45% net sown area has been decreased by 2% and it is 43%, 43.41. So the agricultural land has been decreased. Why? Because we are using land for other purposes. Here this yellow color that shows barren and wasteland, that was 12%. But now that barren and wasteland is only 6.29% because we are using that wasteland also. It shows that there is maximum use of land. Likewise, various other purposes are mentioned. First is forest, barren and wasteland percentage, area under non-agricultural use, that is also mentioned here, 4.95%, non-agricultural use, buildings, residential purposes, permanent pasture and grazing land, that percentage is also there, area under miscellaneous crops, tree crops and groves, miscellaneous which are grown to the sides of road and in open places. Then culturable wasteland, the land where we can have agriculture, but right now that is culturable wasteland, 4.1%, 4.41%. Earlier that was 6.23%, so that is also decreased. Then fallows, other than current fallow land, the land which remains uncultivated for 1 to 5 years, that already we have seen. Other than current fallow land remains uncultivated for 1 year, other than current fallow land 1 to 5 years, and culturable wasteland more than 5 years. Then current fallow land, that is also, and net sown area, the biggest part that is used under net sown area. So this figure shows that how many percent land is used and how it is changed. In 1960 the percentage were different, in 2002-3 percentage are different, somewhere it is decreased, somewhere it is increased. So you go through your book and study whatever number, whatever new numbers and new data you are having. Thank you very much.